We're going to get ice cream. That's the thing. And why are we getting ice cream? 'Cause we're having fun.
That's what you do with ice cream. You eat ice cream. That's fun.
Like it's Saturday and we're having fun. And then immediately after that, we're gonna go do some work. Don't worry.
Hey, what you wanna do
tonight?
I wanna celebrate. What you wanna do tonight? What you wanna do tonight? I wanna celebrate. What you wanna do tonight? I wanna celebrate. What you wanna do tonight? I wanna.
Okay, but like, you know.
Like switch lanes, add a second line to it. I don't know the second line.
I know, that part's always stuck in my head too. I don't, what else do they say in the song? I forgot.
It's a celebration of life. No, go ahead.
No, you're worth 4 points walking.
Alright. I don't know what the fuck that means.
What did he say? You're worth more points? Walking? Yeah, that was different.
You're worth more points walking?
What does that mean?
I don't know. So,
They just saw it.
what do you want to say about that? Go ahead.
Let's break it down. Worth more points walking.
Over here. We're going this way, aren't we? We can just cut across from here.
Okay, either way.
You're
And
worth more points walking. Talk more about it.
As opposed to what?
What happened?
Okay, so the guy was driving crazy and fast.
Yeah.
So we thought, you know what? Even though we're at a stop sign, we're supposed to be able to cross. Just let him go. And you even told the guy, just go sir. And he was like, no, you're worth more points walking. What does that mean?
You're worth more points walking. Oh, you get more points walking?
But like, why would we need to go first? Because he was implying that we're worth more points walking, so that's why we should go first instead of him going first with his car. So why would that be worth more than him driving?
I think he's looked like he was an alcoholic. Okay.
He looked like he was on crack. I know.
That was funny. Weirdos. You always meet weirdos.
I'm gonna use that as a caption.
That's your update.
You're worth more points walking.
Somehow, you know, I see some positivity in that phrase. You're worth more points walking. When a stranger tells you you're worth more points walking, how do you react to that? What does that even mean? As you know, you're trying to cross the street and a stranger in a car tells you, go ahead, you're worth more points walking. Maybe you can tell me what it means.
Does he get less points? Who issues these points, first of all? And do you get less points by going first in your car?
I don't know, it's silly. Don't ask me, I can't even interpret it.
Okay, yeah, let's try some Juice It Up then. Why not? Click the link in the description for Juice It Up. Someone's eager. Are we planning to sit somewhere? Okay.
In a car.
Why didn't we just walk down the sidewalk? Are we literally walking around this other building?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
So what's the question here? What's the question? What are we talking about today?
What I want to talk about is how did we earn points?
Oh, I never got that one. That was one weird one. It's interesting how many things happen in a very short time. All we went to do was get Juice It Up. That's it. By the way, what's in my bowl? What's in
like
your bowl?
acai bowl. I have goji berries, pineapple, and coconut.
And I have
You have
acai.
like cacao and
There's peanuts, cacao, honey. It's all melted now, but it's still good.
it's like a beverage. It's because it's kind of warm outside, and we thought we were gonna wait until we got back to eat it, but started melting, so we decided to eat on the way. And it's a good thing we did.
Yeah.
But we had some fun experiences on the way back and on the way there
Yep.
during our walk. So what happened on the way back?
Basically, did you feel it settle in? I like the way the car settles in when you shut both doors.
Yeah, certainly. It,
Right.
yeah. Because it
You can
locks
feel
out
it.
all the noise and it just kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
is it like a hydraulic thing or
SpaceX.
it's not SpaceX? It's just a car.
And SARS. Now, there's chaos happening in Nigeria. It's nothing new. Most of us who grew up there are very familiar with police brutality. It's unfortunate what's happening in the world. There's a small group of oligarchy, a small group of people who are trying to enslave the rest of the world. And we young folks, we have to fight back. We have to reject police brutality. We have to reject modern day slavery in all its form, in all its shape. It's unfortunate because as a human race, we can achieve a whole lot more. We can move this world faster in the direction of progress if we unite. But it's not that easy. Of course it's not gonna be easy. Power does not yield without a fight. And that fight, we must put up the fight. We just can't sit back and just they're killing us anyway. They're killing young people. And the old people in power refuse or are just ignorant or indifferent to the plight of the masses. But we have to fight back because our future is hanging on the line. Our entire country with brilliant minds. In my high school class, I wasn't even one of the brightest ones in my high school class. In a class of between 25 and 30 people, there were brilliant minds in that class. All right, and that's just a microcosm of the rest of the country. You have PhD holders who can't find a job. The unemployment rate is at 70-80%. For a country, a giant of Africa, the second most populous country next to South Africa in the continent, and we have the highest unemployment rate. Our leadership are a bunch of 70-80-year-old men who refuse to concede that their time is gone. That time is gone, and they need to find out a way to yield power. But we have to take that power. We have to continue to push and apply pressure and demand justice for the slain. It's unfortunate that there's collateral when there's a revolution. There's people who are gonna die, but you know, that's what has to happen for us to make progress in this life, in this world. It's a global problem, even here in the United States. It's a shame. But the more we keep applying pressure and getting involved and stating our claims, we have to be very clear on our claims, on the things that we want. We want access to equity, to finance. We need education, good access to good health care that does not bankrupt you. Once those things become a reality, the world will be a better place. Look at the homelessness rate. It's insane. The amount of money that's being pumped into the stimulus. That I never knew that $1 trillion could be a normal thing one day. It used to sound like, first of all, $1 billion was already a lot for me to handle.
I didn't even know that existed until like a while back.
Until this year, they've already pumped in $3 trillion into the stimulus. None of it went to the rest to the masses. Most of it went to big corporations.
Right.
And they're still gonna pump in more into the system. Trillions of dollars. Let that sink in. And the effects of that in terms of inflation, knowing fully well that inflation does not affect the people at the top, it affects mostly the bottom half. They're touting inflation as 2% on the news, but you know very damn well that there's no way inflation is 2%. You know? But I veered off. Let's bring it back.
You said all the things.
I said it all in
all
once.
All of them. Everything is right there.
We've got a lot of work to do. And most of us can't get involved because we're busy surviving. We have menial jobs that barely pay anything.
Right.
Even first responders and people like me who are on the front lines of healthcare were abused and unpaid, overworked and underpaid. The only way to access wealth is to become an investor. Why should it be our responsibility? Why should it be the responsibility of a teacher who should be writing curriculum and putting up programs to raise our future generation? Why should they bother about investment? Why is it that when we give our monies to people who claim to be investment companies, why can't they just do the right thing? Why do they have to screw us all up, you know? Pension plans, 401k plans are all screwed up. I'm done with my rant.